Hi everyone, welcome back. Piaggio Fly MOT attempt take 2. They've got the front tyre, they'll throw that on, that should pass. I'm going to drop that off, come back, pick up that, switch over, bring that back, cab there, bring that back. I might get to MOT. So the Derbi, what's it called again? The Derbi Cross. Ideally we'll have an MOT today, and that's great because then it's kind of done and dusted. Yeah, wish me luck. One MOT down, guys. This bike rides so well. The Flies ride so well. Honestly, they're just brilliant little bikes. There's something about them. They're just strong. They pull. New tyres on. That's great news. That's perfect. New tyre, that means both tyres are good and ready to go. Brakes work, blah blah blah, all of that. So all I've got to do today is I'm going to peel off the stickers, like so, and then I'm going to put a bit of paint on the rear, on the exhaust, so it looks good. But I'd like to get this to jet wash. I may just take it down to my little jet wash down the road. So jet wash it first, I think. Or no, peel off the stickers, jet wash it first, because we need to get the wheels clean. Look, they're pretty dirty. And then come back and look at bits and pieces of paint. I don't know what to do with this. I'm very tempted to fix this when I take it off, because I need to take it off to get them off. Fix it or glue it, sand it, smooth it down, and paint some sort of truck bed liner part down there, and maybe do a little bit here, and just kind of tie it all in. It really won't be hard work, and it will look good. So that is something I can do. But for now, I need to cab back again to the shop to bring back the Derbi. Now the Derbi ran well, guys. Brakes and everything all good, but it doesn't like full throttle, and that carb was so bad yesterday that it was unlikely to work perfectly. But it does work. Honestly, I could give that bike back, it'd be no issues at all. But I'm going to ride it back this way, put a tiny bit more fuel in it, and then I'm going to kind of balance how I feel about it, and we'll look at what the next step is. If it passes the MOT, that's lovely, that's step 1. And then we'll have a think about how it rides. Don't get me wrong, it rode beautifully. Yeah, as far as you, the average Joe, would pull the throttle, it rode beautifully. Me being me, I pulled it all the way a couple of times to test it, and it was laggy on the top end, so too much fuel. That could be a simple tuning issue, but actually that carb was caked. It won't be. It's silly. It's worth actually just paying the 20 quid and putting a brand new one in that's clean inside and out. So I'll have a think about that. So, as a general rule, you don't use washing up liquid water on your vehicles, because it strips waxes. Okay? Strips the waxes. But that's what I want right now. I want to strip it all back down, because I'm going to do bits and pieces of spraying, and then I'll kind of wax it all back up afterwards. What I need to do is, I need to take this front panel off, to get these side panels off, so that I can give them a coat of black. I need to give the exhaust a quick rub down and a coat of high temp black. And again, I'm going to peel all of these stickers off. They always go bad, these stickers, on all Flies, so I always kind of peel them off actually. It just kind of makes sense. So give it a good clean with the liquid if that's what you're doing, and then you put your waxes back on. Main thing is the wheels for me. I need the wheels to be a bit cleaner. I need all the waxes off so that I can think about paint. I need the front panel off so I can look at painting the side panels, and thinking about what I'm going to do here. I think I'm just going to glue it and smooth it, you know, sand it down. Glue it, sand it down, and maybe paint that line like I talked about. Potentially take this off and put it back on afterwards. That's the kind of stuff you need to think about for your, you know, to get your money. So let's give it a good old clean. Just warming up the Harley. Sorry guys, my battery's a bit low. I just need it to run for 20 minutes. Look how clean the wheels came out. Well worth doing. That's by hand, guys. I didn't take it to the jet wash. That's by hand. Rear wheel 2. Right, I'm going to get these stickers peeled off, and then what? And then start removing the front panel for that fix. So just looking at the little bits of progress, just put a little coat on the rear exhaust. I'll put a couple more on there, and I've degreased the panel again because I've been spraying crap on it to get all the residue off. Gary's over there working on his Bandit. Bandit's over there looking amazing. Progress is happening on the Bandit, but this stuff takes time. We've got a brand new battery in there. We've got the rear lights sorted. We think we've worked out the indicator issue. Basically, there's too much going on. It's still connected to the internals, which is fine, but it just adds more dynamics unnecessarily. So I'm gonna do the front again, basically. Cool. I'm gonna be cracking off this front panel now so that we can look at painting them side blocks, and then that's it. I'll go over the whole thing with some cutting compound, and then we'll get some wax on the whole thing, and it will be a beautiful looking bike ready for its next owner. Alright guys, here you go. There's the side panels, and I'm going to use my favourite new stuff, truck bed liner on them, because they're hardcore, and that can go back on the bike. The bike looks like this at the moment, which is fine. That's very normal, and you just kind of piece it all back together at the right time. So a few coats of that stuff. It dries pretty quickly. The exhaust looks much better already, and then we'll be in the right direction to put this back together. Then I throw on the mirrors if they fit, the alarm, and give it some compound, some shine. It's good to go. So projects nearly always look worse before they look better. To do for tomorrow, I haven't put the frame on properly, therefore this isn't closing. Basically there's a lever behind here and it needs to be tucked in. It's a bit of a pain in the arse, but it can be done, of course. I'm going to cut and compound all of the panels. I'm going to clean the plastics. The exhaust is done. Side panels are done. I'm just going to neaten up the edges. See where they painted it last time? They must have painted it on the bike, which is a bit annoying. So that needs neatening up. And then these scratches, compounded, that one. I'll be sanding and compounding that one, getting it better. A bit of black over them, a bit of shine. That will go back to normal. If it doesn't look good, I'll use the truck bed lining. And that's it. This should be ready tomorrow if we get enough time without rain. Okay, so we're back. Interesting videos at the moment, guys. We've got kind of lots going on. I'm waiting for the ER5. I've got some new handlebars for that. I need to put them on at some point, and then that's ready for MOT. I made a small mistake with this build, but I need to get this done and dusted today. When I put this cover back on here, I didn't clip in the clip which goes behind the key thing. Basically it's what opens this, so I need to put that in properly. So just take these screws out on this big one here, pull it back a touch, fidget it all in and put it back on. Once it's there, it's fine. I'm going to go over it with a mop, just kind of quickly, nothing major. Just going to give it a clean. I'm going to put some black, sand this area down a touch more, black it out, clean it up, polish it, done, dusted, finished, and then it will be ready to go. I need it to go today because I and the charity is skint. I know it sounds weird, I guess, when you see so many bikes turning over, that the charity gets skint, but it does, because they're not all my bikes. Nat's Knackers Yard's bike, the other guy's Derbi over there, mine, but it's nowhere near ready, mine, it's ready, the other guy's bike, Gary's bike, and of course my Harley. So I am kind of working on a lot of bikes, but that is the charity side. That's the side that's costing money, you see. And the biggest part of that is collecting bikes and dropping them off. That costs hundreds. At some point I need to drop off that bike all the way to kind of Southend direction. It's going to cost 100 and something quid in the zip van. I need to drop the Derby back, stuff like that. So charity funds go quite quickly. But look how clean this thing's looking in regards to the wheels and stuff. It's definitely looking good. Let me sort out that front panel first. That's going to make me feel good, and then I'll do the rest of the bits and pieces, because I need this up and advertised today, so that not only can someone take it and use it, but also I can get some funds back to continue with other projects. When you do stuff like this, guys, and you've gone wrong, and you know it's going to take you half an hour to put it right, and you just can't be asked, you have to really consider what the difference is. Not having this work looks so much worse than having it work and functional. Well worth 20 minutes for me. Right, let's get this cleaned up. This area doesn't look so bad, it's just that it's dirty at the moment. So let's get it cleaned up, and then we'll get this sanded and cleaned. It's not going to be perfect, it's going to be better. And get some black on it. Then we'll go through the polishing. You should hardly see it. The effect should be minimal. Should be a touch less than a huge crack going through the panel, at least. So we just got a dribble of sunshine. I'm going to do a kind of quick buff on the bike with some cutting compound. Clean it, wax it, and it's good. But I'll show you at the end. So there's a basic buff, guys. No shine on that at all. I need to get some cloths, just make sure it's fully clean before I put on some car wax. Otherwise all you're doing is sealing in the crap. So, but my microfibers have had it, so I need to pop to the shop, get some nice microfibers. This is where I'll paint this bit. You're probably using a black paint pen, so that I can then kind of blend it in after. So, but you can see the difference. It's come up nice, and it hasn't even got its shine coat. It's gonna look very smooth. But I do need some more cloth, so I need to go for a walk. There you go, guys. There's a little Piaggio Fly, which had a little bit of a clean, a little bit of a buff, and it's had a little bit of wax. Not perfect, better. It's in good condition for its age. It's a 12 plate, and it's fairly shiny. You can see the repair there. There's not much we can do about that. We could sand it down a bit more using wet and dry, and then kind of refocus on the area, but there's no point. No point. It's not a perfect bike. It's a good bike, and that's fine by me. I've got 2 mirrors. By the way, if you're interested as to how I got that kind of fairly good shine, that's my 15-year-old hard shell turtle wax. That's the old formula. I've had it about 15 years. The new formula is different. It's soft. It's different. It works well, the new stuff. It's not terrible, but I like the old hard stuff. There's something about it. It goes on a bit harder, but you buff it off a bit quicker. There's pros and cons to both. I need to give the plastic work a clean on this. I've got some plastic shine in there somewhere, and just give it a same because it seals in. Give it a clean first, then spray some of that crap on, and then you'll have a fairly nice shine and finish afterwards to all of the plastics. I have got an alarm for this. I am going to look at where I can put that in. It's worth having one. And I have got 2 mirrors for this, and I'm going to look and see if they all fit, make sure there's no threading or any issues in there, and chuck them on otherwise. And then we've got a great bike. Okay guys, I was going to be lazy and put the alarm under the bucket, which is where it originally was, but that is really lazy. Now, I haven't done much better, I have to be honest. I've put the alarm, I've taken the back lights off, and I've put the alarm in under here. Problem there is that. What do you think it takes to stop this alarm going off? Now, let's be honest about what a cheap alarm is for. When someone sits on your bike and is messing around, or when someone starts chopping away at your chains, you want it to be loud, you want it to make a noise. That's what a cheap alarm is. You can buy these cheap alarms with 9-volt secondary backups. If you had that now in this setting, someone disconnects these wires or rips them off, it would still go off. That's what you want in this kind of setup. But for now, let's have a look and a listen as to what we've got. So alarm on, fairly loud. I don't know how much movement it takes. Yeah, I think that was a warning. Let's do it again. Wow. Oh. Sunday morning. Terrible noise for Sunday morning. But point is, we have an alarm. I've got 2 sets of keys for this bike, I think, somewhere. And that's it. The bike's good and ready to go. I'm going to give the plastics a bit of a clean, like I already said. Wing mirrors are on, as you can see. This is probably one of the better condition Piaggios I've had. It runs perfectly. It's got its Reassembly from yesterday, and it has a brand new front tyre. What more can you ask for?
Pas de soleil, 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 pas de soleil.